Go figure, I find a gun to get you guys, finally. Nice diesel, with a diesel suppressor, nice M4. No mag in the gun. Server owner didn't work on the spawnable types. Oh well, maybe next time, man, we'll work on that. So guys, in news, if you've not seen Red Falcon Flight System helis. So Red Falcon is creating a free heli mod, which he's already put out in the testing stages. Server owners were testing it out, and someone DMCA'd him. That's the thing with free mods, especially when they're good ones. Let me tell you, Red Falcon knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of people helping him. One of his guys, Dope Mods 420, great guy too. You know, I'm going to put the links for their Discord in this video's description. I'm going to post it on the screen too for a minute. So check them out, give them some support, back them up, man. They're making DayZ better, and they're doing it for free. What more could you want, man? Those are the kinds of players we need in this goddamn game. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to create a DayZ server on my local PC, right? We're not going to put it out publicly. You would do this for reasons of learning how to build a server, testing things on your home PC before porting it onto your, you know, live server that you may have with Ping Perfect or Host Havoc, or you may even rent a dedicated server from a server provider, which costs a lot of money. Which we did, Death Row did for quite some time. The good thing about this is you can even download your server files, run them on your local, add new mods, test it out, make changes, and then FTP what you've worked on your desktop back up there, right? So these are the beginning stages. Later on, once I show you how to do a bit of this, we'll go into Omega Manager, we'll go into CF Tools Cloud. I'll show you how to set it up. But you need to learn how to do it this way first. That's what's most important, okay? So let's do this, man. Go to library. So usually when you go in a library, you won't see the DayZ server option. So click tools, it'll come up, right? So you're gonna go to DayZ server, there you go, install. Okay, it's installing, right? So what else I have done for you guys is there's a couple files here, BE server underscore x64.cfg and a run.bat file. The BE server underscore x64 is for your battle line. It'll give you all the specifics. It'll allow you to connect to it through RCon. The run.bat is going to launch your game server if you're not using Omega. It's pretty much what Omega is. Well, a little portion of it, tiny. But this is how you do it when you're not using Omega, right? So in order to find your server that we just downloaded, it's typically, well, in mine, where my Steam stuff is saved, is in my D drive, Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and there we go, DayZ Server. Okay, there it is. That's the simple server. We're going to change a couple things in here first. Example name, let's do Nomad, of course. We're going to put a password in to show you guys the admin panel, how it works, what happens. Enable whitelist. So players that have backbands, streamers that use VPNs. It stops those people when you have certain software like CF Tools Cloud, it'll kick them. Right? With a whitelist, you can have an allowance for certain players. Not the backband players or the cheaters, but the streamers or whoever else you decide, right? So I'm going to change max players 10, leave signatures and force same build alone. Voice over network, leave alone. I go for voice over network quality at 7. So you could disable the third person crosshair, and you could also disable third person. I leave it. So I have a time that I use, so when the server starts off every time, it will start at this time. I like it. The players like it. You know, it's always typically pretty sunny. There's not a lot of rain, right? Which is important. So also for the daytime, I'm going to set it to 10. For the acceleration, I'm going to leave nighttime for 1. Server time persistence, no. I'm going to leave it because I want it to start off at the same time every day. This stuff down here doesn't really matter right now because this isn't a live server, so I can leave it. Instance ID, I'll leave it too. It's at 1, right? So here's the map I'm running. The map's already there. You can run Banoff, you can run the Mosque, you could run Winter Chinaris, you could run any other map they have. But you'd have to change it here so it would launch it, and you'd have to have it in the MP missions folder. So I'm going to save it. There we go. So that's my serverDZ.cfg, my config file for my server, the specifics of it. Okay, so after that, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our run.bat file. I'm going to put in the description How you save this. You're going to need Notepad++ in order to do this and save it. It's just easier to read rather than Notepad, right? So it's Note++. That's what you need. What it does is it starts your server. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to copy this section. That's where the root of my server is. I'm going to open my run.bat. Edit with Note++. Okay, so here in the CD, it's change disk or change drive. So it wants to know the location of your DayZ game or your DayZ server. So I cut and paste it. I'm going to put that there. Now what you're going to do in here is you're going to create 2 folders. Profiles. Okay, and also you're going to create a logs folder. There you go. So what you're going to do now is open your profiles, copy where the location is. You're going to go here to where it says changeme, put it there, paste it. Don't forget to save this stuff, right? Okay, now go back, open up your logs file, grab where it's at, and then you're going to go over here and you're going to paste it right there. There you go. So you're going to save it. So that theoretically should launch it. 2 mods we're adding today. Community framework, you need it to add other mods. It's a dependency, okay? When you read the mods that you're adding, sometimes it'll say, oh, dependency or this mod needs, right? You need to add the other mod in order for it to work, okay? So let's go to Steam, let's go. So let's actually, so CF, here we go. So you're going to find CF, there it is, okay, oh, no dependencies, right? Subscribe to it, pretend I didn't right now. Then what you're going to do is you're going to need VPP admin tools. Whoa. There you go. Okay, pretend I'm not subscribed, subscribe to it. I'm going to show you where that goes right now. It's typically in the same location as your game files, right? Unless you've changed it around. So program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, Common, and DayZ. It's in your DayZ game though. There's my workshop. So what you're going to do now, my computer would work there, is go to CF, boom. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to go down to VPP admin tools. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. There it is. So since we're doing this locally, we're not using Omega Manager. We're not using, a server provider with a graphical user interface. We're doing this ourselves. There's no program to do it. You got to open these mods up and grab the keys. Copy the key. Go to the keys folder in the root. Paste the key there. Do it for VPP admin tools. There you go. Grab the key, copy it. There you go. And then we're going to paste it here. Okay, there you go. One thing that you're going to need to do now to your run.bat file or your batch file is you need to add those mods in here so it knows to launch them. There's a server mod line and a mod line. It'll tell you the mod where it needs to be, server or client, right? Dash mod equals is client, dash server mod is server side. Server side mods would be, let's see, Game Labs. There's a good one for CF Tools Cloud. Another one for server mod would be Killfeed Lanky, so it can post to your Discord and shit like that. So we're gonna put these in the mod line. They're client side. So I'm gonna rename them, copy the name. So I don't make a spelling mistake. Close it off. Do it for the next one. Copy. Oh, no, sorry. Rename. Control C. Control V. Close it off. You have to close it off or it won't run. Save it. So that's done. Right? I've set the change drive. I've set the profiles. I've set the logs. I have the mods in. Good to go. Okay, so what you need to do now is you need to launch the server. So let's make sure it launches. So here's a Watchdog. It's going to watch the console, make sure the game boots up, make sure everything spawns in. If it goes into a boot loop or it crashes, the Watchdog will attempt to fire it up again, right? So it does that for a few reasons. You can see the class is getting set up. It's going through the mapgroups.xml. It's looking to place stuff right now. So I got to init sequence finished, entering IN save process. Server is up. Shut the Watchdog down. Shut the console off. Now remember the profiles folder we created? Remember in the run.bat how we copy and pasted the directory of that? So it's going to put specifics as to the mods you attach. It's going to save the stuff in here. It's going to save some JSONs. It'll save, it'll save some script stuff. It'll save a bunch of stuff in here, right? This is typically where you can change things around. So open your battle eye. There's only a DayZ Server _x64.dll. You need the x64.cfg. I'm going to put that in the description too. I'm going to tell you how to save it. And then you're just going to create your own with notepad and then save it in there. So here it is. This is what's in it. Okay, so an RConPassword. So if it's a live server and you want to connect to it through RCon, just make your password here. Make it whatever you want. Put a space in between RConPassword and your password. Delete that part. RestrictRCon. 0 for no, 1 for yes. Don't restrict it. So if you're running a game port, your first game running should be 2302. If you're running on 2302, I typically do RConPort 2305. If you've watched my .bat file, you'd seen it was on a different game port. Because I got a few other ones going on here. So this is not my IP. Have fun. Anyways, so you need to put your IP in there. What you would do is you would type cmd, enter, okay, and then ipconfig, ipconfig. You would hit enter. It would go through a bunch of stuff. It would say default gateway with a MAC address. Under that would be your IP. I'm not going to do that right now. And that's where you would put your IP, right? And you just come out of that. Next you would do is this. So this is your VPP admin tools profiles folder. It saves a bunch of stuff in here. We're just going to do the permissions for now. If you want to be a super admin, you need to open that super admin text and you need to delete all of that. So you just delete it and you put your Steam ID there. If you want your Steam ID, open your Steam page, go to Steam, go to settings, and then go to interface and hit display web address bars when available. So up here it'll create a HTTP, and then after a little bit it'll give you a series of numbers. Those numbers is what you want to copy and paste into there and save. I have a file made already, so I'm just going to swap it over. Oh, that won't work, but this will work. Ready? Put that in there. There we go. So that's in there. Then what you're going to want to do is credentials. This is the password. So delete it. Get rid of it all. I'm going to match the serverDZ.cfg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. File, save. That is it. Okay. There's the root. Let's run it. Okay. Watchdog's watching. Console is up. Let's pull up the servers. There it is. It's up already. Server's almost up. There we go. And it's going to be up right now. Let's see if we can join. Let's see if the admin panel works. So guys, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what kind of videos you want. Share these videos if you can. I'll help you out with whatever I can. I'm going to put all the links in the descriptions for Red Falcon, myself, DopeMods420. Yeah, man. Let's do some DayZ. Man, wouldn't this suck if it didn't work right now? Look like a fool. Alright, come on. Let's go. Gotta get me some beans, man. Load, 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 load. So the other videos, yeah, I'm going to show you a couple other mods. We'll do a weapons mod, we'll do a vehicle mod, I'll show you all the file work around it. It's pretty simple, right? So let me know what you guys want. There we go. So we're in game, hopefully it'll work. So to access your admin panel, hit end. There we go. Then hit home above it. There we go. So it's all in, right? Teleport. And then freak out. So it's working. Alright guys,